All right, with luck, you can hear me, you can see me. Let me actually scooch this over just a tad. And I welcome you to yet another live edition of Katie's Corner in Space, where I am talking about Outlander stuff, Outlander information, and just generally Outlander. Oh, really, I want to talk about you guys today. I want to talk about some contributors that have really put in some assistance. There's an anonymous contributor that constantly sends me stuff, and I want to thank you. I know I'm not supposed to say who you are, but I thank you very much for always making sure that I am up to date on things. And I also want to thank Kathy Slavic, who once again was sending me tidbits here and there that I've been including in videos throughout the week. I did say thank you earlier, but I wanted to really make sure, since this is a viewer appreciation, that you know that I do appreciate that. And as for anybody, if you see something that you think would be fun to feature on this video update of Outlander while we wait for new Outlander, just send it to me on any of my social media that you can see at the end. It's Katie's Corner in Space on Threads, on Facebook, and on Instagram. So easy to find, and just IM me anything. I'm always happy to see. If it's something I don't have, then I will feature it, and thank you for the contribution. So thank you very much. Let's see here. As far as contributions go, this is the part where I get to try to resize myself and not look ridiculous, but I'm going to do it because I wanted to show some of the posts that I've gotten this week that have been helpful, fun, interesting, all that fun stuff. Of course, now that I'm talking and trying to do it, my computer's like, nah, we don't need to do that, do we? Yeah, there we go. Alrighty, so shrink me down to size. I wanted to first point out Scott Drone, who was the one who did this fantastic image. Let me scooch myself this time. This fantastic capture of the inside and outside of Midhope Castle, Lollybrock to you and I. He did a really amazing job because it was really steady, and we got to see up against the walls where the floor has decayed away. You cannot see the floors anymore. It's just this, levels of brick and stone, and you can see where the fireplaces are. Those are still there. You can see where doors went to or went out to somewhere else. The room separations are, for the most part, still there. There's this great winding staircase that he takes us up. At any rate, I wanted to point out that great work he did, because without it, we would not have been able to see such a unique view of our castle, of Lollybrock. So thanks so much to him. And oh, I got somebody says hi, Stacy. Hi, hi, Stacy Jadwell. How you doing? Good afternoon to you. I was a little frantic because this wasn't working. I had to restart my whole computer and get all the links up again, and I was freaking out that I was going to be too late. But we're doing all right. Next one I wanted to do was Lorraine Gavigan. And oh, wait, no, you know what? That's a different one. That's on this one. My apologies. I'm Lorraine. You always have great stuff. I don't mean to be rude. I just am out of order here. Okay. Let's see. Kathy Slavic. In the previous video, 2 videos ago, where Sam is at a game and having a good time, we see him, and I could not tell if he was at a rugby game or a football match, soccer to myself, anywho. And thank you so much, Kathy, for saying it was a rugby game. I didn't see where it said it, so I do appreciate the extra information. And for anybody else who was wondering, that's the answer. But apparently Scotland lost, so that's kind of sad either way. Somebody, actually everybody, loved the Sam in his Continental Army, you know, uniform. Sorry, I'm losing my mind today. So Virginia Penley is one of many who really enjoyed this image. So I thought I'd bring it out again. I think I got it centered pretty well. This one, you can find it Outlander Online if you want to use it as a desktop or phone picture, Outlander Online has tons of these images, and I want to thank them for always having an abundance, being happy to let me share. And this is a picture from the TV Insider bunch of interviews and such. I hope you saw that link from a couple videos ago, because you can see the entire interview whenever you'd like. It might have been the video today. I've been recording and playing stuff so much, I honestly don't know which day I put it up. Hopefully you're able to see it. Oh, and hello, we've got Christina Duffy. Hey, Christina. We got Christine. Is it Christina or Christine? Christine Duffy. I've got you set up for an autograph as well. Oh, and everybody, this is not necessarily your last chance to get an autograph put up, but three of them are taken. Well, four of them are taken because I did a thing with Paul. That's my fault, but I'm taking advantage of it. Okay, now this was something else because I was kind of going back and forth about William being Jamie's son, and what that could mean if everybody found out. And you know what? As I'm rewatching Outlander, I realize this happens too with the Beardsley baby, that no matter what, William is legally the Earl of Ellesmere. He is the child of Geneva, who was the legal wife of Lord Ellesmere. Therefore, William's DNA doesn't matter. Not that they had a DNA issue, but they didn't even do blood tests then. But it doesn't matter who the chromosomal father is. The DNA match would be because of marriage. Yeah, and I understand that. I know, but I mean, drama. Somebody'd make up something law wise and they no longer recognize the son. I don't know. Family could come from nowhere and dispute it. Anyway. But yeah, it doesn't really matter because legally, by all rule of law for the time, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just talking about it. But thank you, Beverly Holmes, for kind of pointing out the legalities and that it doesn't particularly cause an issue one way or the other. Um, Okay, and everybody, lots and lots of people wished me a happy trip this week, and I do appreciate that. Bridget, oh, of course, I picked one that I had said something about before, and I can't pronounce it either. Kristanoski? Hi, Katie. Wish you a safe trip. Have fun at the gathering. Hope you let us know how it goes with pictures. My plan is to be able to take as many pictures as I can. Now, I just got a bunch of information about the gathering, which I believe I can share with no problem. Part of it being that how can I put this? I'm trying to get my thoughts together. How about I resize myself because it's gonna be a minute before we look behind there again. But from what I gather, there are going to be some rules and regulations about where we can take pictures without specific permission to do so, I guess is the best way I can put it. Some people do have permission to take video, to take pictures. I won't know if I'm allowed to be one of those people until I get there. And so my thought is I'm allowed to take as many pictures as I can in the hallway. During panels, we're supposed to turn in our phones, so no pictures during the panels, which is upsetting but understandable. One of the reasons the stars enjoy this convention so much, they have told the people who run it, is that they don't feel like they're under as much pressure because there aren't a bunch of cameras staring at every word that they say. And I can understand that very much. It's got to be a little freeing not having a camera pointed at you. You probably don't have to feel like you have to rehearse what you're saying so much. Not that I rehearse anything. This is unfortunately just off the cuff, which is why I say a lot. But yeah, so I should be able to get some pictures. Lots of the other folks going. I'm hoping to talk to people who've gone a lot of times, maybe share some memories of theirs that are interesting about the stars, and with luck, be able to get some images of the stars themselves, and maybe even some recordings. But I don't know for sure what's going to be allowed in other areas. So we'll have to see. And I will do my best to share pictures regardless. Whether you are a member, which you'll probably get more pictures. If you're just here, absolutely, I'm going to try to share some pictures and videos. But Instagram is probably going to be the place where you're going to find things on the fly. At least as far as I can tell, having never gone to this convention, this is all kind of my best guess. Speaking of the convention, I've been sort of half hinting and just sort of joking about how I've been putting together a little something for some people that I meet at the convention. I was really hoping to have about 100 of these, but it did not work out that way. And I will show you why here in just a second. So what I did was put together this as a little care package. I think it's cute. It's in a little purple bag so that there won't be any confusion as to who it's from. Um, and in it I put in some silly channel swag, but then a little bit of other swag and some silliness. So channel swag. Let's see. We've got a very small magnet, a slightly larger sticker. Oh, and my fingernails covering it, but you can see it. And then I have a silicone, because I dig these and I just like giving them away, a silicone bracelet that has the channel name on it on one side. And I'll see you there on the back, which you can partially see. Now, uh, because I do a lot of this traveling and I like to make sure people are careful, and I personally hate getting sick on a trip. I'm including one of these in each of these that I'm giving away too, and at least it's 60 of them if I've got 60 worth. And that is a package of Immune. Why, Katie? Why am I doing this? Because whenever I do any traveling, especially when there's a time change involved, I try to stay up as late as my normal bedtime ish would be if I were home. And I down one of these before I go to bed, just in case I've picked up any germs, and it does sort of pep you up the next day. I would even suggest taking a second one if you have one the next day, breakfast or lunch, to kind of give you that extra bit as well. I swear by this only because I have yet to ever get sick on any of these trips. Airplanes, buses, cars, stopping and using public restrooms, restaurants. I've yet to get sick when I was gone. So I swear by these, I share this, and I hope other people don't get sick. As far as a little bit of Outlander swag, I was working on something that wouldn't break any rules, uh, but would be kind of fun for us. So I've got, oh, that one has a little mark. I have these pins. It says JHRC. Everybody, I am sure, after a moment will realize what that's from. That's a pin. And here is a sticker with the same thing, but very basic. You either get that kind of package from me, or, no, I've got to put everything back, but give me half a second. Or basically the opposite, where you have this one as the pin and the other one as a sticker. So I hope that was clear. Here, I'll show you just a second. But they both have the emergency, the what, see, there's a sticker. All right, enough of that silliness. Okay, now I have to try to put these all back in a moment. Now I only had about 50 of those pins that came out right after out of 100. I'd never done them before, and a lot of them came up with little mistakes. I do have a bunch of those that I may bring with me in case anybody wants some of those, but you can see maybe a little imperfection, maybe not. Hello. There's a little air bubble in there. Maybe you can't see it. But there's some air bubbles in a bunch of them. And that's only because it was the first time that we'd ever done these. And we were trying to follow instructions, but at any rate, we didn't get all the air bubbles out. We know what to do better next time. But yeah, so that's the little care package that at least 50 people, well, at least 47 right now, but I'm hoping for more magnets to make the rest of my magnets. All of this is homemade except for the silicone and the actual bags themselves. Oh, and of course the emergency. I did not make that. But everything else is stuff that we made. My husband helped me out, or I designed the stickers and stuff, and somebody else printed them. But that's my little fun thing. There was one other thing. Oh, and while I'm babbling, I hope you don't mind my babbling for just a moment before I get to some David Barry and some Sam, okay? I promise. Just a little bit, but just a second. I'm considering doing some discussions with any, say, 3 people maximum, I think, after each episode where we would chat, not with each other. You do not have to go on camera, just voice is fine, but we would need voice. And then we could record our discussion, maybe half hour to 45 minutes long, and I would edit that if necessary, or just throw it on the channel. The discussion of what we think of these new episodes as they come out. It does not have to be the same 3 people. If they aren't interested in it, that's fine. I would love to get a variety of folks who have read the book, have only watched the series, have done both religiously, and compare. Tell us your favorite characters, your favorite scenes, what you think are the most pivotal choices made in the episode. But let me know if that's an idea that you guys like. And we've got like a week to do it, because I wouldn't think that we would be recording until like the Monday afterwards. That way everybody has a chance to watch it. Let me know what you think about that below. And then I'm going to move on to some stuff. Oh, I have another commenter here. Jessica Price, hi. I hope you are having a good day. Thank you so much. I am. I hope you are enjoying your trip. I haven't gone yet. I think I will enjoy my trip. I've got everything planned. Do you still have any autographs that are left to give out? I always enjoy your videos. Thank you so much. And they always make my day. Fantastic. I'm so glad you enjoy them. I do have some autographs left. Who do I have? I have Izzy and I have Caitlin. Those are the two that I have left because I am being selfish and I'm keeping both of Paul for myself. Why? Because I am a smart aleck and I've decided to get a picture of the twins and have him sign it twice. Yes, I am that much of a smart aleck and decided I'm going to do that for myself. If you think I'm terribly selfish, I don't know. Yell at me in the comments below. But that's why I decided I was like, I'm gonna keep Paul for myself and just have him sign it twice. They might not be doing any personalization. That was the closest I could come up with a personalization because it's snarky. So yeah. Anyway, that's that. But yeah, if you would like Caitlin or Izzy, just let me know below, and I will add you to the list. And that then I will just have one left, and I will try to see if anybody is interested in that. Now, let's see. I'm going to resize me one more time in just a moment after I get this set up because I will reveal the amazing awesomeness of David Barry. Look at me shrink. Uh, David Barry, this one is shared by Outlander Online. It's a throwback to David Barry at New York Comic Con 2019. These are taken by Mandalay Photos. I can't pronounce things live or pre recorded. No repost without a permission, please. Didn't have a problem with me sharing them this way. Thank you very much. David Barry, Lord John Gray, Outlander, Outlander Stars, New York Comic Con. I'll be in hashtag there. And I think it's just 2 photos, but he looks so cheery. I was like, well, I have to share these. You guys are on here listening for a little while. I gotta give you something more than my face. His face is very nice. So let's look at his face for a little bit. And he looks like he's dreaming of a faraway time. I wonder if it's season 7, part B, because some stuff would be happening then. But that's 5 years ago. And he probably, I don't know. Does anybody know? Did David read the? I don't think he read all the books. I don't think, or maybe he said he read them just his part. I forget. But yeah, it's a couple of nice images. And then to finish us off, because I wasn't going to keep it too long, I babbled a lot. Sam Heughan is still Parade's pick for sexiest living man. So this one is shared by 1770 Fraser's Ridge and 3 others. A repost Parade magazine. Parade Mag, it should come as a shock to no one that Sam Heughan is still our pick for the most sexy man who is still alive. Look at him. Well, if they insist. So here's a little picture of him in case you aren't sure if he's good looking or not. Sam Heughan, sexiest man alive. And Hubba, Hubba Hubba is hashtag there. And Outlander, view all comments. Now, the comments I'm sure would be, quite positive. Yes, he's on fire. Lots of fire and some clapping. Hearts and hearts. So, yes, people seem to feel that that's an acceptable way to go. Yay, Sam. Apparently, you're a slightly attractive fellow. If you've been following me on Threads and Instagram, I've been posting little bits as I do my Outlander rewatch. I know I covered him up. That was pretty bad, huh? And so I am nearly done with season 5. Roger has just started to speak a bit again. And I believe right now, yeah, he just came back with Ian. Uh, yeah, so that's where I am at the very, very end of season 5. And we'll continue watching, I'm sure, throughout my trip. I'd meant to be all done with season 6 today, so I could just watch season 7, part 1 tomorrow. I'm not going to be that far, and I guess I'll have some to watch on my trip as well. Not much to complain about here. Okay, I think that is everything. Oh, no, actually, that is not everything. I'm going to show you the new top I bought. Isn't that cute? I'm hoping it'll fit properly. And I found out that the temperature is going to be warm enough. Yeah, it folds up to like a 3rd sleeve, which is handy because in case it's warm. I found out that the temperature is going to be warm enough for me to wear my capris. So while I can put on my jeans now, zip them up properly, breathe, and even sit down. I can't sit down. I don't think I'll be able to sit down for like a long period of time, a couple of hours, and be comfortable. So, I'm going with the capris. They fit nice. I think in 2 weeks I'll be able to sit comfortably in the jeans. But it's progress either way, and I'm not gonna be mad. I'm a little irritated, but yeah, I'm not gonna be mad. Thanks to you guys for commenting and for coming and joining me. I know that my lives are a little erratic sometimes, especially when I push the on button to my streaming application and it just sits there loading up for 7 minutes and nothing else happened. So quick reboot and whew, got her going. Thanks for joining me. Do not forget, I'm not asking right now, but I will have a little button. I have a button like right here that's supposed to show if anybody drops this channel a tip during a live. Hopefully, I'll have slightly more interesting things to share. But if you ever do decide to give me a tip or a money donation, it should show up there. If not, I will read out your name. And I have one more comment from Stacy Chadwell. Love your shirt. Oh, thank you. Very purple. Yes. It's my favorite color. You know what? We have this in common, hon. We should get together. We should have a chat. Anywho, yeah, that's everything I'm gonna share this time. I do have some videos recorded that I have yet to edit. So hopefully that even if I can't turn on my camera tomorrow or Friday, I will. Everything will be fine. If I can't, you'll still have some content at least until through Friday. And as far as I can tell, Saturday and Sunday is going to be the day the stars are going to be out more. So all right, everybody cross their fingers for me. Either way, I'm sure we'll get some stuff online and I will share that. So, uh, thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great rest of the week since I won't be seeing you guys. I don't know unless I go live on Insta or YouTube. We don't know. I don't. I wish I could predict what was going to happen. It's really hard what I've not been to this convention for before. Anywho, and if you know, if you've been here before, you know that you can just go check out my channel and the playlist for waiting for Outlander season 7 part B and find loads of other videos there just in case you didn't get your fill here. And whatever you choose, I will see you there and or you'll see me there. I honestly can't see you through the camera. It just seems that way sometimes. Anywho, have a great rest of your Wednesday.